Hey everybody, welcome to hashtag relationship goals. Episode 1, butterflies. We wanted to talk about the initial attraction, the initial connection, the expectation that comes along with that, and the honeymoon phase.
The early stages of when you smell another human.
The first time Evan and I met was in an improv troupe. We joined the same improv troupe that was built off of Craigslist. Evan, would you say that initial attraction is based solely upon the physical, or is there an intellect aspect to it? What is that initial attraction?
I think it depends on who you're asking and what their goals are in life. Sometimes people are initially attracted to each other because they fulfill a certain desire that they have on the external world in order to wield a physical trophy. Or sometimes people choose companionship based off intellect, and it's just as shallow because you require, a really intelligent person who knows a lot of smart shit, and sometimes those relationships don't have a lot of longevity to them. So it's all based on who the consumer is, really. But I'd say for me, I really liked that you didn't take yourself so seriously. Little did I know your whole background, but but the fact that you could make a silly face on stage and like you were pretty, but you didn't like.
I think the main thing about like initial attraction and connection in that first couple months of your relationship is that you really have to chop it up to that excitement. Like that type of excitement really isn't going to happen again in your relationship.
It's like almost what life is for. Like if you find that, enjoy that.
Yes.
Don't worry if it's going to last forever.
Yes.
It won't. It's going to be a moment, just like everything that we've ever dreamed for, wished, and gotten. As soon as you get it, it is done. Enjoy that time because that's a special moment.
And I think like at the beginning of a relationship, along with the excitement, there's so much questioning. Guesswork,
Anticipation.
What is this? What does this mean? He said this, she said this. It would have been better for us to be a little bit more free. We were like super clingy when we first started. Like we were,
I would just follow her to work and just sit there.
He'd come to auditions with me.
It was No, I was gonna say don't smother it, but that's like incorrect.
I think
indulge, indulge,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. All those things you just said, like where it's just going, builds this whole sub-narrative about expectation.
Yes.
So I'm like, how do you tell someone to enjoy the honeymoon phase while also being cognitive and controlling your expectation? You can't. You just gotta dive in and indulge.
You're curious about one another.
You're
like
smelling each other. Think about it. On a biological, like primitive level, it's like you look at them, you smell them, you touch, you feel, you energetically, vibrationally start to get engaged with them, and you guys get excited like about nothing.
Bringing back the topic of expectation, like we get, oh, there is a lighter right there.
Because you didn't expect me to have it.
You know what I want to say? Like, don't worry about these silly games that humans play. So many people come up to me when they're first in a relationship and they ask me to decode these sort of vague text messages, or they are curious about what, a certain touch meant, or...
Yeah, overanalyze.
If you like someone, just like do everything that the impulse and your intuition is wanting you to do.
Never take your friend's advice, almost, because they're not in it. They don't feel it like you.
Exactly.
They're thinking about your life because they're a caring friend about the logistics. It's not up to them. Take our opinion as one notion. Understand the source. Yeah. Also, don't change yourself. Don't reform who you are for the sake of somebody else's experience, because there is no sustainability in that.
Exactly. Oh, that was so good, Evan. Yes, I love what we're on right now. If you are who you are authentically,
so are they.
So are they. And if they aren't, then you can move on.
Be pure to yourself, and you can vouch for this, and I can vouch for this to you. That's what you fall in love with.
I've just seen so many people make excuses for this person that they barely even know because they're trying to force something to work. If it's not working, I feel the heartache and feel whatever you need to feel, but don't try and manipulate yourself to fit into what their idea of you is. You're gonna find someone who loves you for everything that you are, and then there's gonna be butterflies.
And you guys are gonna fuck. What's our next topic?
What to do in a fight?
Wow. So we go straight from a honeymoon stage straight into the tub.
Because you have your first fight after honeymoon stage.
3.5 months. That motherfucker better start cleaning up after themselves.
Should we get into it?
Ching ching! Boom 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 boom.
Does this episode help at the start of the beginning of a relationship? I know it's hard.
Let us know in the comments.
Let us know in the comments.
Don't worry if it's it, because it's probably not. That's how I thought, but then the blessing happened.
I don't even know if we made any sense at all.
Oh well. Goodbye.